I came very close to disaster when I was struck down by the light that burned. This is the metropolitan city where I maintain my headquarters as Tobor the detective. Every now and then I find it pleasant just to stroll around and enjoy the pleasant surroundings, but I don't often have the time for just relaxing. It's a nice day just to go for a walk. Chief Bumble-Thumbs came up with an assignment for me. Well, it is important. Anytime the name of Intercrime comes up, there's trouble ahead. And Interpol says that Intercrime has established a chapter here. The Blue Sky Mansion. That's the place Chief Bumble-Thumbs said to watch. His information is that this is probably the headquarters of that gang. No sense in busting right in. I'll just watch the building for a while and see what develops. A car. It might just be an innocent visitor to the building, but it also might be a lead to Intercrime. That girl. Strange. I just have a hunch that she might be my lead of the Intercrime organization in this building. I'm going to keep an eye on her. She certainly seems determined enough. I'll wait until she goes into the building before I follow.
All right, who's there? Quit rapping and come in.
Hello? You must be the famous Mr. Browbeat. Am I correct?
What's your business? Why'd you come to my office? Speak.
I'll talk only to Mr. Browbeat.
All right, I'm him. Now, what do you want? Do you know who I am?
Of course I do. You're the local boss for Intercrime.
You might just know too much, wise lady. Better talk fast, see?
I have something in which you will be highly interested. I'd like to make a deal with you.
What would you have that I could possibly be interested in? You better explain, wise lady, and make it pretty good, see?
First, let me introduce myself. You may call me Catherine. Now, here's why I came.
Okay, Catherine. Now, hey, what are you doing? What's in that bag? If it's a gun, you better think again, understand? Take a look over there. My crime enforcement squad is ready, see?
Don't be nervous. Those men aren't necessary. This is what I wanted to show you.
Wowee! A diamond! And look at the size of that thing. Like a golf ball. It's beautiful. And worth all sorts of dough, too.
I see that you're impressed with it. Well, let me warn you about that diamond, Browbeat. I wouldn't stare at it so hard if I were you.
Yeah, you're right. It does kind of get to you. I feel woozy, see? Yeah, right now. Yeah.
That diamond will be yours if you do what I ask you to, Mr. Browbeat.
You're right, Catherine. You sure are. It's beautiful. It's the most beautiful, beautiful thing I've ever seen. And it's hard to keep your eyes off it. Hey, wait a minute. You say you'll give it to me?
You mustn't let yourself become emotional, Mr. Browbeat. Be calm. Be calm.
What's the catch?
That diamond you hold in your hand is artificial. I created it. Let me put all of my story before you. First, my full name is Dr. Catherine Rational. You will now call me Dr. Rational.
Okay, Doc.
And now I'll show you how really unique this diamond actually is and the amazing powers that it has. Pay attention now. This is a hand laser beam projection concentrator. Watch. Yes, that safe door will do. How thick is that door, Mr. Browbeat? Is it solid steel?
Yeah, it's solid steel, about 3 feet thick. Why do you ask?
You're going to see a demonstration of this gun. I call it the light burner. Watch this.
Wow! Oh, no. That beam cut through the steel door of my safe like a hot knife through butter.
That's a very good comparison, Mr. Browbeat. This is a laser beam gun. It concentrates the light from that diamond into a beam 10 million times hotter than the sun. It will slice through anything.
If you invented that gun, you are the greatest scientist the world has ever seen, Dr. Rational. You certainly are a wise lady.
With this weapon, you will be able to do whatever you please, and no one will be able to stop you. Do you understand, Browbeat?
I certainly do, girlie. Dr. Rational. Now, what is the proposition you have for me?
You'll do a small favor for me, Browbeat, and I'll give you the light burner.
What's the favor? That's the emergency buzzer. We must have a spy crawling around somewhere in the place.
I think he's in the next office, boss.
You just better be ready, you guys. I'm going to raise up this wall. He must have more nerve than brains to spy on intercrime. Here goes. Hey! Who are you, wise guy?
You're about to find out, Browbeat.
I know you. You're Eighth Man.
I warn you, Browbeat. I've come to stop you from any new criminal scheme. And all the crooks in intercrime won't help you.
You talk pretty tough, wise guy, for a guy who's going to get blasted. Let him have it, boys.
What a waste of bullets. Won't you crooks ever learn? Shooting at Eighth Man. You could just as well throw popcorn at me for all the good those bullets do you.
The bullets, every one of them, like thrown peanuts picked out of the air. That man's a monster of some kind. Okay, wise guy. I'll use the light burner, see?
Not ready to give up yet? What kind of a toy pop gun is that? Put that silly thing away.
You won't be so smart, Alec, when the laser beam slices you in half, wise guy.
Blasted a hole right through the wall. Now are you convinced about the light burner's power?
Ha ha ha! Maybe that'll give him a hot lesson. Ha ha! Why, Eighth Man?
That was the closest call of my life. He just barely grazed me, and my compact nuclear power unit became so overheated, I'd have to just lie in the water for a while to cool off. Where did that terrible laser beam projector come from? That light burner, as he called it. And what connection does that beautiful and mysterious girl have with intercrime?
Eighth Man.
All right, now, before Eighth Man showed up, you were going to tell me how I could get that light burner for myself.
You may consider it your property right now.
You mean to tell me, miss, that you're giving me the light burner for my very own?
On one condition, as I told you previously.
Okay, but you never told me what that condition was.
There's a gang of spies that's called the Black Butterflies. Have you ever heard of them?
The Black Butterfly Gang? Yeah, I've heard of them. They're a gang of spies that steal secrets and sell them to the highest bidder. A dishonest bunch, see?
There's a man called Evil Eye in the Black Butterfly Gang. I want you to contact him. I want you to bring that man to this city.
Evil Eye is his name?
That's right. Now will you do the job?
Easy, easy. Intercrime has men all over the world. We'll find them all right.
Just let him know you have the light burner and he'll come running from anywhere.
I'll find them, see?
I'll keep in touch with you, Mr. Browbeat.
Wow, she's too pretty to be a scientist. Maybe I'll find that Evil Eye and maybe I won't. It doesn't matter. I have the light burner now, see? All right, you guys. You'll be prepared to get rich.
Oh, boy.
Whew. That light burner's laser beam is like lightning. I may not be able to get away from it next time. A car leaving. I'll bet it's that girl. I'd better follow her. She could be the key to this gate. I kept close to the mysterious girl's car. She was the key to the whole situation. She drove to the outskirts of the city, to a large and elaborate estate, and through a gatepost marked with the fancy initials K.R. I took a position outside a window, hoping to find out what I could without making my presence known. Time passed, and I soon realized that I could not wait, that if I wanted information, I had to take direct action.
What? A burglar. All right, come in or I'll shoot you right through the window. Eighth Man? How come you weren't killed by the laser?
You don't get rid of Eighth Man that easily, young lady. And put that gun away. You know now that it's useless.
You're right, it is useless. And now, Mr. Robot, why did you come here?
How on earth did you know that I'm a robot anyway?
Catching bullets in midair, what else could you be?
It's not funny to give criminals a weapon like that laser beam.
Eighth Man, why don't you just leave the way you came?
I'm not leaving till I find out what this is all about. You've endangered the safety of the entire world by giving Browbeat that weapon. Now you talk. I want to know your whole scheme.
I'll tell you why I went to Browbeat and why I need his help. I'll tell you the whole story.
Good.
First, let me tell you that my name is Catherine Rational. As a matter of fact, Dr. Catherine Rational. It all began years ago. My father, whose name you may recognize, was the renowned Professor Rational. He'd been working on the fantastic principle of the laser light beam for some time and had made startling progress. He planned to make the beam this diamond generated a great advance in communications. But there were men who realized that such a beam would be a terrible weapon when concentrated in a projector, and so one such man slipped into the laboratory. He tried to force my father into giving him the secret of the laser beam, but my father would never give such a terrible power to a spy, so he beat my poor father and beat him and beat him. Later, I was able to find out that spy's name. His name is Evil Eye. From the Black Butterfly Gang. I continued studying, became a doctor of science, and completed the light burner to use my father's laser beam discovery as a weapon. I knew that when Evil Eye heard about it, he'd try to get it, and I'd get my revenge on him. He took my father away. Now, why did he have to do that? Why did he have to do that? I've spent all these years waiting for the chance to get Evil Eye. He'll come looking for the light burner now, and I'll get revenge for my beloved father. Oh, I loved my father so much.
Are you telling me that you went to Browbeat just to help you in your personal vengeance campaign?
I want Evil Eye, and I'll do anything to get him.
You're completely out of your mind.
Who are you to preach to me, you heartless robot? What do you know about feelings?
It doesn't matter what you think about me. Do you still have the weapon?
Too bad. I gave it to Browbeat. Why don't you go ask him for it?
Why did you have to give that deadly weapon to Browbeat and enter crime?
It was the only way I could be sure Evil Eye would hear about it.
Fool!
Don't you interfere with my vengeance on Evil Eye, or I'll never forgive you. Do you hear me? Oh, he's gone.
Too late. They've already cleaned out the biggest bank in the city. Nothing can stop them with that light burner. I've got to find them, or Intercrime will steal all the money in the country.
Well, you guys, the laser beam from that light burner slices up walls as if they were made of cardboard.
We collected $1 million today.
Hey, look there.
Stop the car, you crooks.
We'll blow you to bits this time, 8th Man.
You're under arrest. Now you stop.
Yeah, that's what you think, wise guy.
Hit him, Browbeat!
Yeah, boss, bring him down!
I can't. He moves too fast.
Watch this closely now, Browbeat.
Hey!
Are you confused, you crook?
Wow, 8th Man, there's 3 of them.
Guys, there's a whole army!
Ready to surrender?
It's just a hypnotic trick, I'm sure. He's not going to get away with that kind of trick. I'll get every one of them. I'm bound to hit them. Which one's real? Hey, the power in the light burner battery is running out.
My trick worked. I've been waiting for that battery to run out. Now you're through.
That 8th Man is the real one. Let's make a break for it, boys, and quick. He got all of my men. What am I going to do?
The laser beam won't work with the battery of the light burner worn out. Surrender, or I'll get rough on you.
Hey, look. The ray gun on the ground there, it only needs a battery. I have a transistor cell here. Let's try it.
Get up. Get up, you crook.
Hey, 8th Man, look over here. That battery I had wasn't strong enough to dissolve him, but it knocked him out for a while anyhow. Now what, Browbeat?
We better get out of here while we're still able to, you guys.
8 man.
The Intercrime gang drove off, leaving me lying in the street. I had been blinded by that laser beam gun. I groped my way using radar to the lab of the great scientist, Professor Genius. Can you do anything at all for these eyes?
That laser beam melted the platinum perceptors in your eyes. I can certainly repair them, but I'm afraid it will take time.
How much time, Professor? How long will it take you?
You will have to stay here for 5 days at the least.
I can't stay here that long, Professor Genius. Intercrime will run wild with that light burner while I wait around here.
There's absolutely nothing you can do against them without eyesight.
You must work faster, Professor Genius.
It's lucky I can do it in 5 days. No other scientist in the world could repair your eyes at all. Please realize I'm doing my best.
I know that, sir. I'm sorry. What will Intercrime do in those 5 days?
I don't know what to do. The local chapter of Intercrime with that crazy laser gun has me helpless. Oh, a lawman's life is not an easy one. 8th man, where are you? Why don't you help me? What am I going to do?
Nobody can stop us. With the light burner, we can go through walls, doors, anything. They can send in the army if they like. And this laser beam light burner does the job. Dr. Rational, you can depend on Browbeat to be your friend.
Very well, then remember you promised me a little favor.
Oh, if you mean Evil Eye, I've already taken care of that matter. He's flying in, and I've arranged a meeting time.
Is it true you found him?
Not only found him, but arranged to meet him at the airport at midnight. And from then on, he's all yours. Now, Miss Beautiful Doctor, aren't you glad you made a deal with Browbeat? Eh? I always keep my word. You can depend on it, Doc.
Excellent. Your perceptors are functioning again. How do you feel, 8th man?
I can see as well as ever. Thanks, Professor.
Now go and finish off Browbeat and his gang once and for all.
I will, sir. Once again, I was able to get back into the fight against Intercrime. But I wasn't entirely sure at that time that I would be able to defeat that light burner. I returned to the Blue Sky Mansion, where I had my first encounter with Catherine Rational and her laser beam light burner. I'm pretty sure they've left here by now, but there's always the chance they left some clues. Let me see, my infrared beams might help. Footsteps. I'll follow them. Here they go, right up to what looks like a blank wall. That means they probably have a secret room behind that wall. What? The wall's moving!
I can hardly wait to get Evil Eye.
It won't be long now. Let's get going. We have to be at the airport at midnight.
And I'll be watching, Mr. Intercrime Leader.
We wait here. Evil Eye should show up exactly at midnight as arranged, see?
I can hardly wait. 6 long years, and at last my father will be revenged. I hope he trembles. Ah!
If you're Browbeat of Intercrime, I'm Evil Eye, the Black Butterfly Gang. Ready?
I'm Browbeat.
Let's not waste time. Did you bring the light burner that projects the laser beam? I'm here to buy it from you.
Yeah, wise guy, the light burner's here. But first there's someone anxious to meet you.
Who?
A lady. Do you recognize her, Evil Eye?
For this moment, Evil Eye, I've waited a long time.
Oh, I know. You must be Dr. Rational's daughter.
How nice of you to recognize me, you evil, heartless beast of a man. You didn't seem to care about me or anyone else when you attacked my poor father. Do you remember? I remember, and very well, too. And now you'll pay for that. Oh, how you'll pay.
You tricked me into this, Browbeat. You're nothing but a no-good swindler. That's what you are.
Don't call me a swindler, you spy. I'm a crook, see?
We didn't lie. We have the light burner right here, and I intend to demonstrate it on you.
Oh, yeah?
You must realize now that you're finished, Mr. Spy. Why not take it like a man?
Help me. Browbeat, please help me. She's going to burn me with that thing.
Come on, Evil Eye. Be a nice guy and just let the lady shoot you, see?
Now, you listen. I've got $1 million to buy that weapon. You can still have it.
Now that's interesting.
Now, Evil Eye, your time has come. Oh,
Changed my mind. Sorry, Doc.
you're double-crossing me for him?
I'm not double-crossing you, Doc. I only promised to bring him to you, didn't I? And that's what I did. I kept my word, wise lady. Too bad you couldn't get your revenge, Doc.
You're nothing but a fraud.
Boy, she had me scared there for a minute. Thanks, Browbeat. Now somebody give me a Tommy gun. Give me that.
Hey!
Now it's your turn, Dr. Lady.
Don't forget, you promised to give me $1 million, wise guy.
Just don't worry. I'm going to finish this job first. Ready, Doc?
Hold it! I'm not going to let you pull that gun's trigger.
You can't stop me, fella. Hey!
All right, you won't escape the laser beam. Oh, my light burner! He shot the light burner right out of my hand. It's ruined, ruined. Wise guy.
Yes, it certainly looks like the terrible light burner won't bother anyone again. And it's a good thing. It's all over.
I've been awful.
It wasn't you that was awful. It was the hatred inside of you that caused all the trouble. Your weapon was dreadful, but what is worse is carrying hatred in your heart. I hope this lesson stays with you for all time. And indeed, as I comforted her, it seemed that she had learned a harsh lesson in a harsh way. The hatred that burns from within is more terrible than any weapon. And I was more determined than ever to fight hatred and injustice wherever it might be found.